Hello everyone, welcome to another fresh new episode of Thoughts on Education. Today we have Dr. Prasanta Mohanty, the Dean Academics. Sir, I welcome you on behalf of College Senior.
Thank you very much.
Sir, can we proceed with the interview? So my first question to you is, you have held key positions at education institutes throughout your professional career. What are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector?
I think this is something which I feel as a professional career most noble and promising career. As a professional, I look at this perspective because we are into a system of building careers of livelihood, and I make sure that I am very much understand with the students' aspiration and the market need, and that has made me to an extent of meeting those requirements of both the stakeholders. And that's why that has been my commitment and of course my goal too.
Okay, sir. So my second question to you is, what is your philosophy of leadership and how would you describe your leadership style?
Well, the leadership are defined in many ways, looking to different profession. But when I come back to education specifically, I believe in relationship leadership. It's because here you need to build a team around you, and you have to be one of the team player and drive the entire team together. So it cannot be like that you stand in the front and somebody will follow you. That concept doesn't work in academics because every individual has its own strength and they are expert in their own discipline. So therefore, when you build a team to perform any particular task in the university, it has to be only relationship leadership. You are possibly in the circle and the center of the circle, and the team members have to be outer circle of yours, where you are carrying the entire circle moving ahead, and that makes more promising. And I have seen it has been working well for my last 25 years career. So that's how I look at it.
Exactly, sir. That's like a very unique style of leadership. So my third question to you is, could you share the unique model of CUTM, that is Skill Integrated Higher Education?
Well, see, if you look at the skill, something which, particularly in India, to my understanding, created a casteism based on the job specifically you do. And today, the scenario is like people think that skill is only at the lower segment of the pyramid, where it addresses to a kind of lower job profile where you have to make your hands dirty. But it's not the fact, because today, whether you are in the science, technology, management, whichever discipline you are, you need to understand the current technology, current practices, and that has to come into the higher education model, where people have to acquire of doing it, using it. So, like if I consider about engineering is one of the key area where one has to understand the current technology, and that's possible only when he makes use of it, apply it somewhere, and take benefit out of it. That brings more confidence to the person, and of course he will be able to deliver. Understanding theoretically is not going to work out. So skill is very, very important, either at the school level or at higher education. I think we understand skill is the only thing which make you eligible to perform a task and also helps you to grow in the career.
So my other question to you is, how does the curriculum of CUTM Odisha ensure the best practice of the industry?
See, one of the key factor with the Centurion University is that from the inception idea, this has been to identify the skill and integrate into education at different levels. And second thing, that we have always been very keen to collaborate with industry, because with the collaboration with the university is both way. It is with the community, it is always also with the industry. And that has given a lot of lifetime learning in terms of real-time applications and their expectations. So when we look at any curriculum building, we look at who are the stakeholders, who are going to be the beneficiary, and they will be using this education or a degree that they are going to follow to serve a particular sector. So we make sure that those sectors, those industries, they collaborate with us. We take input from them in terms of developing curriculum, in terms of developing pedagogy, also building certain labs. If you look at in our university, we have a lot of production lab which has been created with the collaboration of industry, and that has enriched our syllabus. At the same time, also we allow our students to learn from the world. It's not restricted to the classroom. I mean, self-learning approach, learning from online sources, learning from any other scope, whether it is interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary. One has a freedom to learn, and ultimately we all understand the whatever we gain from, even maybe from a meditation to technology, it adds value to our performance. So we build curriculum as a holistic feature, taking input from all the stakeholders.
So, could you point out the Centurion's greatest strengths?
Well, as I mentioned, there are multiple. First is that integration of skill into higher education. Second, we have production lab. So we believe in delivery of curriculum or courses to project-based learning, which leads to product, commercial product and patent. And the minimum achievement has to be the publication. Similarly, we also look at the research aspect where students, faculty together, they work on real-time problem area, and then through hackathon they solve that problem, and that become a product which can be converted into a product and also goes for patent. And for student perspective, of course, we understand people look at 3 different career options. It could be job, it could be higher education, or it could be entrepreneurship. So we make sure that we do a proper career planning at the beginning of the session of the students when we join. We do a baseline assessment, and mentors are allowed, assigned to the students to take care of those career planning for each student, so that at the end, whatever target the student has got, he makes it. So that's how we look at that. Plus, a lot of production lab actually has given opportunity for our students to gain hands-on experiences, and that's something is a core strength. And we have seen also students build a lot of confidence, not by doing a practice experiment, rather making a product using a machine. That's something is great in the Centurion.
Right, sir. So my final question to you is, any suggestion you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
Well, this is something that this current generation is looking at a very high aspiration in terms of their lifestyle. And I would say that lifestyle comes only when you deserve it. And the deserve, when I always say to the students that maybe you are attending a classes from 9:30 to 5 o'clock. That will give you simply education which lead to a degree. But what you do beyond 5 to 9:30, that will give you a lifestyle. That will give you a career. So your learning should not be restricted to only a class timing from 9:30 to 5. Rather, you need to put in effort from 5 to 9:30, which will make you the more competent, more successful, and I think that will give you a better lifestyle. And that will be counted as additional contribution from your side, which you deserve to get that.
Right, sir. So it was a great interview with you. I thank you on behalf of college.
Thank you so much. It's a privilege and pleasure for me.
Thank you so much.